Alrighty, what is up? How's it going? Welcome, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there, guys. Welcome to another DL Talk crypto live chat, however it is. Welcome. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you guys what to do. Interesting times, without a doubt, to say the least. We had to stream today. Major news that came out today, and interesting timing with other news. Today was just a very eventful day. But let me know if you guys are in the chat. Shout out to the Blue Crew, shout out to the Green Giants, shout out to the Ledger Citizens. We're going to jump into, some other news right now as we wait for some more, viewers to jump on in before we get into the big stuff and start talking about it. The big news being SEC suing Binance, but we'll get into those details in just a second. Some interesting news that also came out today, so very interesting timing with the SEC suing Binance. You got the Hooks Amendment that passed its audit today, so integrating hooks to XRPL. This is a great step towards that. Interesting timing with that announcement today, by the way. Ripple also announcing today not only the Hooks Amendment being passed, but Juniper Research estimated global value of CBDCs will grow dramatically from $100 million to $213 billion by 2030. Guys, it's going to be it's going to be one wild ride as we continue to go through this transformational decade, like we've spoken before, in the adoption of CBDCs, adoption of digital assets and cryptocurrencies, and there's kind of like a war, I guess, in the digital currency space going on between crypto, extremely enthusiastic, crypto holders and, people who are pioneers of decentralization, and then versus, what's going on here with CBDCs. And, we know whatever's the best technology is going to win out. And, of course, whatever whoever dictates monetary policy decides ultimately in the end. But we do know DLT is part of this future regardless, whether CBDCs have a big impact on it, which it looks like they will, or not. But moving forward, so that's just something to keep an eye out for, that Ripple released that today. They released a couple of things. They released the Hooks Amendment passing, right, their audit, right? So that's great as, we start having smart contracts integrated with the XRPL. You hear about, Ripple hiring for new positions today. There was a post for that. And then, of course, this, post about Juniper Research talking about the massive jump that we're going to be seeing of money that's going through CBDCs and, on CBDCs from 100 million to 213 billion. And that's not even the whole pie, right? So interesting timing with Ripple, coming out with this stuff, because let me catch up with the chat and we'll get into some other news as well. We got Esperanza in here. We got Darcy in the chat. We got Cool Cat Crypto in the house. What's up, everybody? Brian Dowie, what's up, man? Final dip before blast off for XRP. I mean, yeah, this could be a massive, just, once again, this is what what happens is freaking global catalysts, or, some major catalysts like this that just manipulates the market. This is market manipulation at its finest. They just keep trying to, they want to get as many people out before the major bull cycle begins. Remember what happened, guys. Don't forget this. Remember what happened after the FTX collapse, right? Oh yeah, once again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. But after the FTX collapse, right, that was a place to be a tiger. We're going to get some opportunities as this week goes along, and as, I expect the dip will probably continue for a short term. But I think this is the time to be tigers because, we've already had history twice show that very positive regression comes from this type of level of, FUD or news, whatever you want to call it. After FTX collapse, big rise. After Ripple being sued by the SEC, let's not forget that, you guys. After Ripple being sued by the SEC, bull market happened, 4 or 5 months later. So these are, this is good to remember the history here and how FUD impacts the market and psychology. So you might have a point there that this is, maybe a major dump here, a FUD dump, before we start seeing some bull cycle energy coming into this space. Does that mean good things for, like, I'm interested to see how the speculation does go, because Binance was such a big part of the last speculative phase. Now that Binance is being sued, there's let's continue on. Let's talk about the SEC suing Binance now. We were just talking about some other things leading up to that, but SEC suing Binance, guys. 13 charges. Of course, very convenient, the number 13. But, let's move on from that. Let's not speculate on the importance of the number 13 here. But 13 charges, believing that Binance commingled billions of dollars of users' funds in European accounts controlled by CZ. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't, I want to give Binance the benefit of the doubt, you guys, and we did expect this happening regardless of whether Binance is legit or not. SEC and regulators, it's very clear 2023 is the year of regulators just stepping in and regulation. And, we're getting into the beginnings here of Binance versus the SEC while we're getting close to the ends here of Ripple and the SEC. Is Ripple and the SEC going to get clarity just in time for this bull cycle where XRP starts taking over this next speculative bull cycle? Because it has that clarity, while you're seeing, let me tell you some of the details here from the SEC suing Binance. You have SEC also identifying that Binance was dealing with unregistered securities like Solana, ADA, Matic, Filecoin, Atom, Sand, Mana, Algo, AXX, Cody, and of course Binance and BUSD. Guys, these are some of the most major players, especially in the proof of stake game. I'm very happy to see Tezos wasn't mentioned in this, right? But these are some really crucial players that are being now, like all these platforms, basically, all these proof of stake platforms have been really put into question. And yes, this could be a certain level of FUD towards these cryptos as well. But if we apply what happened to XRP with what went down with Ripple, for example, XRP sure was still able to go up from 20 cents to close to $2 in a bull cycle, despite being delisted from Coinbase, despite dealing with the Ripple SEC lawsuit. So that doesn't mean, these cryptos and Binance can't go up in this next bull cycle, but they may be diminished in terms of the amount of buying pressure that is actually, going to push their prices to very ridiculous levels. There's going to probably, with this opportunity now, you're going to have a bunch of other cryptos maybe being able to take that speculative opportunity towards the upside because they're not dealing with the SEC right now or whatever, right? But for all we know, these 10 cryptos could also be major winners, right? If we expect XRP to be a major winner, maybe this is a fast track for BNB to get regulatory clarity. For Solana, we have to just see how the information, right now, the information definitely does not look good for, SEC, SEC's reasons and 13 charges. This is very different than the type of charges that were put onto Ripple. And once again, these type of charges were already placed on CZ in another country, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or in other countries. So you're seeing Binance being attacked by global regulators on all fronts. And then now you're seeing, we're just in the beginnings of a massive mess, basically, for possibly BNB holders and a bunch of holders of these major type of cap cryptos. Holy cow. What's up, Bone Step? How you doing, man? Good to have you here, dude. Appreciate the $10 donations. The future is bright, my man, without a doubt. And the funny thing is, how come Ripple and XRP get so much damn hate, man? Because the moment Binance, this news came out with Binance, crypto Twitter And Coinbase, the news about SEC versus Coinbase, the news about SEC versus Binance, instantly all of crypto Twitter goes to their defense. But no, when Ripple gets sued by the SEC, XRP community is getting freaking kicked while they're on the ground. You know, from all the other crypto haters and the BTC maxis and, you know, all these other supporters of all these other platforms. And now their platforms are being attacked. And then, of course, everybody's at their defense and beck and call right away. No, like, it's just crazy. It's crazy how the crypto, you know, crypto space or, you know, crypto social media, I guess, reacts to certain things. What's up, XRP589 Hodl? What's up, man? Here's a wrench. With the wrench comes great responsibility. Please use it wisely. Welcome to the Blue Crew. Waiting still for the greatest deck collapse. Yeah, that's on the verge, right? I mean, we're talking about a... Dude, the BIS today talked about something today about, using cryptography for, you know, quantum resistant financial, you know, platforms, right? And they have this one project called Project Leap. They're calling it Project freaking Leap, you guys. They're calling the ISO 20022 migration. It's a migration. This is a leap. This is a change. We're going from the traditional financial system to the digital financial system, and we're still not in it yet completely. Like I just mentioned earlier, Ripple saying the amount of money on CBDCs or value for CBDCs is going from 100 million today. By the end of 2030 is going to be over $230 billion. That is not even the whole pie, but that is a major leap, if you will. DN in the house, good to see you. Yeah, dude, we just talked about that. Binance getting sued, we just talked about it. We just talked about it earlier, you know. But yeah, once again, 13 charges against Binance, commingling billions of dollars of users' funds and putting it in a European account that was controlled by CZ, right? And then 2 other tokens being identified as unregistered securities: Solana, ADA, Matic, Filecoin, Atom, Sand, Mana, Algo, AXX, Cody, BNB, BUSD. It's not looking good. You know, is this... Are 99% of cryptos going to go away, or is this just major FUD like we saw last time once the Ripple and SEC lawsuit happened? A few months later, 4 or 5 months later, major bull cycle happens. Life-changing bull cycle happens, right? Is that what's going to happen again now after this? And then we're going to be seeing the amount of buying pressure going into these said labeled cryptos, you know, still making good gains, but maybe not as good as they could have if they weren't, you know, having this uncertainty with the SEC. Darcy saying Binance will be fine. It's all noise. I mean, yeah, exactly. It just looks like now that it seems like the SEC is just trying to find all the biggest players in this space, and now we're going to find out who the good and bad actors are, right? So, and I'm not saying because the SEC that the SEC is helping us figure out who the good and bad actors are, because, you know, they're not helping us at all. The only thing the SEC is helping us out with is being able to get, you know, cheaper cryptos, and especially cheaper XRP for multiple years now, and you know, giving us the opportunity to accumulate cheap XRP for a really, really long time. And it looks like now, you know, even longer time if this SEC versus Binance case ends up being negative. It already has had a negative impact on the price, but once again, you know, a bull cycle could be around the corner with this type of level of FUD. We love red days. This is an accumulation day. Maybe waiting till tomorrow or, you know, the weekend to just really see how bad the reaction is to Binance. But a lot of traders are very impulsive when they see news like this, right? So I think a lot of the selling pressure has maybe already happened. And we're just seeing now, you know, waiting for further news to maybe justify more reasons towards the downside. Yep, XX. Yeah, it's exactly. Well, the funny thing is XLM hasn't been called out at all, right? I mean, we've had Ripple and the XRP token being called out. We've got Binance and BNB. And then now, freaking Solana, ADA, Matic, Filecoin, Atom, Sand, Mana, Algo, AXX, and Cody, being called into question here, and then you don't have anything going on with the XLM, right? Isn't that interesting? It's very interesting. Because XLM just won some awards, right, at that CBDC Currency Research Institute event, right, that Ripple and many banks were also a part of, right? And Ripple won some awards too, so. I mean, I just think it's just funny, man, because like being an XRP holder and having had to deal with the Ripple and SEC lawsuit a while back, and now seeing the Binance lawsuit, it's just like, I'm just laughing at it. I'm like, yeah, join the club. You thought you guys weren't going to be like involved, like whatsoever. There's so many, people in the crypto space who are caught off guard by this, but you've got to go through the regulators for mass adoption. And sometimes it's ugly getting through it, right? But hey, Amazon had to do it, Google had to do it, Tesla had to do it, right? Yeah, XLM is definitely fire. I mean, XRP and XLM are probably my two in my portfolio that I'm very like always laser focused on. I love throwing in on SHX every now and again because you can just throw like $5 at SHX and get thousands of the possible rewards token for a lot of financial institutions that work with Stronghold, and of course Stronghold having very early connections with Ripple and Stellar. Gotta appreciate that. Yeah, VeChain is very interesting. Interested to see how VeChain's going to pan out. I just feel like if your crypto's good at payments first, you can tackle supply chain later and do it more efficiently because you took care of the most important use case, which was being able to execute a payment very efficiently and effectively. But, I do believe VeChain's still doing great from where it was after its transition and leaving Ethereum, right? VeChain has very much been doing very well since leaving Ethereum, and so VeChain definitely still, in terms of speculative price gains, still has tremendous ways to go. I don't know if it'll be a mass adopted digital asset in the future, but I think for now, while we're still in the speculative phase, while we still haven't really reached a like .com bubble phase of digital asset adoption in crypto yet, yeah, I think VeChain can definitely make some really good stuff. Yeah, it is very undervalued. It is. Are you jumping in the boardroom tonight? I'll see if I can join later, man. I'll try. Shout out to Alex D Vlogs and Berserker and Uncle Buster and the fam. All right, so let me see what else we got going on. Yeah, what is Coinbase gonna do now with this Binance lawsuit happening? Are they gonna delist? The level of hypocrisy we're seeing here from Coinbase and possibly other exchanges that delisted XRP. And that still have Solana in their books, Atom, ADA, right? It's interesting. VeChain's built a lot during the bear. Yep, they definitely have. Graveyard is full. What are we doing, G? I mean, dude, getting as many of those drops as we can before they become way too expensive for our taste, because we knew, that under $1 XRP is very valuable. Under 10-cent XLM or 25-cent XLM is very valuable. SHX under a penny is very valuable. XDC, XDC at 4 cents, 3 cents is very valuable. HBAR, I guess HBAR is still in the clear. I think that might have been a FUD. From what I remember, it wasn't about the technology with HBAR, with the saucer swap hack that happened. Or the hash wallet. But, I'm interested to see how that goes, like what's going to happen with HBAR. I'm very, because they have some, they have some connections that it's too hard to deny to not have at least like a couple of bucks in on HBAR and just swinging for the upside there. Um, you know, like I like, high upside I'm not a meme coin guy. I don't swing for upside in that way, but I like seeing cryptos that have fast transaction speeds, a unique form of consensus and technology. There's a real technology behind it. There's real developers behind it. That's good to see. And of course, if they're working with institutions, that does seem to be like a plus, because you do want big money to come into, um, this type of ecosystem to, you know, obviously appreciate your investment. That's at the end of the day, that's really what we want all of these cryptos to do. But we're also trying to, figure out, our understanding here that DLT is part of the future of the digital financial system. So what DLTs are going to play a crucial role, and trying to put our best foot forward with that. What's up, Legendary? Good to see you. 25k HBAR would be a nice little play bag. Oh man, that would be a nice play bag. I'd like to smoke a hash wallet. It's about family with HBAR. It's always been about family. The Haunting. Is that a reference to it? Digital Orgy, yes. They have vet and has done a lot in the year, for sure. What's up, Digital Orgy? Good to see you guys, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Them elites love that Saturn worship, for sure. Guys, thanks so much for your support, by the way. Let me keep going over let me tell you about some of the news from earlier. So, Hook's amendment has passed its audit, integrating hooks to the XRPL. So this is a great step for smart contracts to the XRPL. A lot of people think XRP is just too late to the game with, trying to set up an AMM, having the smart contracts coming in. But what if they aren't too late? What if they've just been doing it just right, at the right pacing, right? What if they took care and handled the payments aspect first, and then understood that they built a type of technology where you can make kind of smart contracts either a layer 2 or eventually, upgrade the system to embed smart contracts and do it the right way without trying to cut corners, or trying to cut corners in a way where you're just trying to get adopters first and then figure out those type of things later, right? And we've seen how that's bitten a lot of projects in the butt. Sure, they have great short-term success and it does change people's lives, but at the same time, it's not something that is sustained success, and that's what we're seeing that gets built here with the XRPL is sustained success, and I think it's good timing. I don't think they're too late. I think they're doing it just right and showing that they're slow and steady wins the race type of thing. Oh no, Legendary. Luckily it's cold out here, man, but I don't know if that's going to be able to affect what you just dropped here, my man. Ay, ay, ay. He got some shrooms chocolate yesterday. Crazy. Yeah, they're the smart corner contract cutters. Exactly. Good point. We also have Apple announcing Vision Pro mixed reality headset. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I posted it up on my Twitter, but it's like this little kind of like goggles that you would put on, and I guess it'll allow you to like, we've been talking about this for so long on our channel, is being able to put AR, like have glasses that are AR, augmented reality, right? Where you could, people are already getting so desensitized to just normal human life and just existing, that they need so many distractions, right? And they get very dissatisfied with the present and what's in front of them as well. So, you know what? Now let's just put on these goggles and you can decide to see reality the way you want it to be seen. You don't have to deal with the actual reality anymore. You could put a beauty filter on everybody. Everybody's beautiful now. Let me get a sip of water here, you guys, really quick. Appreciate everybody tuning in. So yeah, once again, Hook's amendment is massive. Interesting that the timing of the Apple Vision Pro mixed reality, because this is apparently like one of their biggest products that's coming out right now, is the mixed reality headset that Apple is releasing, and they decided to release that today, right? So it's very interesting timing with like all of these. You got like Apple releasing this headset. You got, sorry guys, excuse me, and then you got Binance being sued by the SEC. So interesting timing with these announcements coming out today, without a doubt. Yeah, it's a very, well, Apple, ever since Jobs has gone away, they're just, who knows what direction they're going to be going in, but they're definitely, going to be carrying the vision forward of, trying to get everybody on metaverse and everybody, on VR, AR, keep, having people buying their phones and everything like that. Just be, Apple's going to keep pushing forward with their, trying to really catch up with the times, but also trying to be pioneers. We'll see how this goes forward. I don't know really how I feel about it at the end of the day. I maybe just like, I don't know, maybe I prefer certain things, but as long as everything is used for good, maybe this AR headset could be used for good, and I'm sure it will be. I'm concerned with people who get dependent on stuff like that for entertainment in their lives, and then, or who get really addicted to stuff like that. And I'm interested to see what the emotions, or not the emotions, like what the state of mind of children today who have I came from a generation where like the internet didn't exist, right? So now we're having generations that are growing up in the internet, and I'm interested to see how that continues to go along as they get older, and how do they deal, like, how are they, I feel like they're more emotionally sensitive, right? So then it allows them to be more impulsive. And if things aren't the way that they want it to be, they have their devices and they use those devices all the time. I'm 33. I was born in 1990. Yeah. I was like, oh man, what the heck? XRP's not here for entertainment. It's just you and the bird tonight. Yeah. Thanks. I must leave. Later, get prepared. For sure, XRP 589. Thanks for tuning in, man. Um, and then, yeah, Ripple once again posting today, Juniper Research estimated global value of CBDCs will grow dramatically from $100 million to $213 billion. So, we're already seeing CBDCs, like more and more information about it and adoption, like continuing to grow. And it's, by the time we're at 2030 here, you guys, like CBDCs are going to probably be well underway, and we're going to probably actually have some, real interaction